In the ever-evolving world of sports, where competition is fierce and innovation is constant, establishing a distinct professional identity is absolutely crucial. So whether you're an analyst, a coach, or any other professional working within the realm of sports, your individuality can really set you apart and propel you towards success. So in this video, we're going to explore the steps to help create your own unique professional identity in the dynamic and very, very competitive world of working within sport. Okay, so point number one is to define your passion and your purpose. So creating a strong professional identity begins with exactly this. So you need to have a clear understanding of what these actually are. So this will include reflecting on what drew you to the world of sport in the first place. So was it a love for a specific sport, or maybe you have a desire to help and make positive impact towards different athletes or players, or maybe you just have an innovative approach to sports analysis. So identifying your passions and your purpose will serve as a guiding light to help you make informed decisions and align your actions with your aspirations. So to give some context on this, point number one from my perspective, so if I go back in time to when I was at sixth form doing my A-levels, working towards university, that's when I made the decision that I wanted to work in analysis. So I was introduced to analysis from a teacher at the time. I already had a very high passion for football. You know, I would love to work in football. I was never good enough to play professionally. And so having the next best thing in terms of working within that team environment and making a difference to an elite team and being part of that team kind of culture, that's what my passion was for. So from then on, I had that kind of passion and the purpose, and that drove my decision to go to university, which course to pick, etc., to guide me on the path to becoming an analyst. So that's point number one. So let's move on to point number two, which is to embrace your strengths and your unique qualities. So every individual brings a unique set of strengths, skills, and qualities to the table. So you need to embrace these attributes and let them shape your professional identity. So whether you possess exceptional leadership abilities, analytical thinking, creative problem-solving skills, or maybe you have a really niche or really cool skill set when it comes to data analysis within football. So you can use these strengths to help define your niche within the sports industry, recognize what makes you stand out, and basically leverage that and use it to your advantage. Okay, so before we move on to point number three, I want to quickly ask you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you're finding value from this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. So other than those two things, there's a link down below the video as well. You can sign up for my totally free email newsletter. So if you're wanting more tips like this in terms of employment and around the sports analysis industry or sports industry in general, I send out a free email every single Sunday evening, and you can get that in your inbox by signing up on the link just below the video. So that's enough of that. So let's get back to point number three, which is to cultivate expertise and your knowledge. So you might be wondering what I actually mean by this. So in a field as diverse as sports, continuous learning and expertise are key to establishing a strong professional identity. So there's loads of different people working within sport, some of which are fresh from university and some of which have been in the game for 20, 30 or even 40 years when you get to more of the elite managers and scouts, etc., that just have so much knowledge and so much that you can actually learn from. So investing time in expanding your knowledge through formal education, certifications, workshops, and staying up to date with industry trends is going to be really, really important to creating and cultivating your professional identity. So becoming an expert in a specific aspect of sports, so whether that be sports data analysis, whether that be injury prevention for footballers, whether it be sports psychology, etc., you can position yourself to be the go-to resource to elevate your professional identity. So you can cultivate your knowledge, and you can also learn from other people, you can learn from courses. So you talk about kind of continual learning. So when you've gone through university, whether you've done your degree, you've done your master's, the learning definitely does not stop there. So you're going to continuously learn throughout your career, and that's going to help to build your identity over, hopefully, a long, many-year career in the sports industry. Okay, so link to the last one is point number four, which is to build a strong personal brand. So if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that I've spoken about this before, and that's because it is very, very important, especially when working in sport. So just like athletes have a personal brand that defines them, professionals in the sports industry can create their own and unique brand identity. So this identity can encompass your values, your mission, and your strengths, and the value that you actually bring to the sports industry and the colleagues and people that you work with on a day-to-day basis. So one way in which you can create a strong personal brand is to develop a consistent online presence through social media, a personal website, a blog, where you can share insights and experiences related to your field. So this has been seen many times in the world of analysis. And again, I'm referring back to analysis because that's what I know the most. So there's many people that started out just literally posting on the likes of Twitter or posting on a personal blog and just doing it as a hobby and kind of honing their craft. And then those kind of people do end up getting noticed, and they can find and pick up work, whether that be on a consultancy basis or in full-time employment for certain clubs and organizations. It happens, it's happened, and it will continue to happen. So if you are wanting to be one of those people, then make sure you are working hard to build a strong personal brand. Okay, so leading on nicely from your personal brand is to network and connect. So again, this is something that I've spoken about before, and that is mainly just because it is so important. So I would see networking as a cornerstone of building a true and genuine professional identity. So you can engage with fellow sports professionals, attend industry events, join relevant associations, and actively seek out mentorship opportunities. So these connections are going to provide you with insights, collaborations, and exposure to different perspectives that contribute to your growth and identity within the sports sector. Okay, so to give a specific example from sports analysis, let's say you are an analyst and you're working within an academy, in a Cat 2 academy, for example. So what you can do is you're going to be meeting different Cat 2 academy analysts when you go into different games. So there's opportunity one, you can network with those guys, but you can also see maybe who else is doing a job in the Cat 1 Academy, and you can connect with these guys on LinkedIn. You can maybe look to learn from them. But maybe in the longer term, you're wanting to move up from an academy analyst and you want to be working in the first team setting. So you can then look to connect with people in those types of jobs that maybe have gone on a similar path to you, and you can learn from them. And you can even sort of kind of pick their brains and kind of offer to help them out too. So, and it doesn't just stop at kind of the same sport as well. So I've spoke to many analysts that have learned a lot from just kind of reaching out to people within. So an example, let's say you are, again, a football analyst, you might reach out to an elite rugby analyst and kind of see what those guys are doing, see if you can learn anything from them and apply that to yourself. So, it's not just a selfish thing, this is a two-way thing. So you're networking and you're connecting with other people, and you can benefit those guys as much as you can benefit them. It's not just about, I'll give you this for that. It's almost, I think the true definition of networking is probably, doing something and connecting with other people and expecting nothing in return. But if you do it well, you probably will sort of reap the benefits over time as you build your network. And again, it kind of links in with the personal brand, which we spoke about before. So that's point number 4. Point number 5 is to be adaptable and open to growth. So this is a pretty obvious one. So the sports industry is known for kind of rapid changes and evolving trends. So as you kind of shape and build your professional identity, you need to ensure that you are remaining adaptable and open to growth. So that could be, embracing new technologies, new strategies and approaches that emerge within the field. And also these things that are new, you may come across them from the previous point in terms of networking with other people and learning things from different sports or different people, maybe 1, 2, 3 years ahead of yourself. So demonstrating your willingness to adapt shows that you're committed to staying relevant and contributing to the advancement of the industry. So again, sports analysis has changed so much in the last sort of several years. So what sports analysis was and the roles and responsibilities when I started over 10 years ago, completely different. And if I was to have gone in there and just been stale and not been, not network with people and not kind of being open to growing, I would have been left miles behind. So this is a very important one, and that is point number 5. So let's move to point number 6, which is to have consistency and authenticity. So these two things are vital elements when it comes to constructing and establishing a strong professional identity. So you need to ensure that your actions, your decisions, and your interactions align with the identity that you're looking to craft and hone over time. So authenticity resonates with others and helps you build trust and credibility within the sports industry. So you've probably heard many times before that everybody knows everybody within sport or within football, and that really is the case. So you want to be going out there, being genuine, being kind, being authentic, and just being consistently good at what you do, and be open to helping and working alongside other people. Okay, so let's just recap what we have covered. So number 1, define your passion and your purpose. So number 2, embrace your strengths and your unique qualities. Number 3, cultivate expertise and knowledge. Number 4, build a strong personal brand. Number 5, network and connect. Number 6, be adaptable and be open to growth. And number 7, consistency and authenticity. So creating your professional identity in the world of working within sports is a very rewarding journey that requires self-discovery, commitment, and it is an ongoing effort. By following the steps in this video, you can create and carve out a unique space for yourself in this dynamic industry. So remember, your professional identity is a reflection of your journey, your values, and your contributions, and it has the potential to have a lasting impact on the world of sports and the other people around you that you work alongside in your career. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.